Well, even with all the buildings along the Las Vegas Strip and all the action here, this is one of the city's biggest attractions. Allegiant Stadium opened back in 2020. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. And we are underway here in Las Vegas. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Gets it quickly out wide to Thornton. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Right back to Genty on 1st down. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Give them 12 yards that time and a Las Vegas 1st.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
And this one too low.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas 1st down.
Las Vegas 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the... And he is in! Touchdown, Raiders! Michael Mayer, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Eagles 0.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And bulldozing his way through. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Dotson in motion right. From the gun, it's Hurts. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47.
A gain of 15.
Hurts.
First down, Eagles.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
And especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, the best don't mind making tough throws, but that was a real difficult one right there. Out of the pocket, trying to beat double coverage. More times than not, that's going to end up as an incomplete pass.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles.
Complete to Dallas Goddard.
An 11-yard touchdown. And the Eagles take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
Jake Elliott.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And the last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Gino going to hand it to Genty. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
A gain of 9.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
The carry here for the big tight end. And he stopped immediately there. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Short throw caught by Bowers. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to move the sticks with a gain of 4 on 3rd and inches. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On first down, it's Genty. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Cover! Run line!
They hand off to their big tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Michael Mayer with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7.
Eagles 7.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 19.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Hurts sets up to throw it. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. And he'll be taken down, although there is a flag down. Will this stand? So the penalty on the offense, no need to accept that. They'll decline it, and the interception will stand. Now Smith. Will try and set up the screen to Genty. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Smith going to move him around. Geno down to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Andrew McCuba. And the Eagles are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen earlier? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game? I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice game.
Throwing is Hurts. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a one-touchdown game. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
First and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Back to throw here. Now Hurts is going to do it himself, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Malcolm Kuntz. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Barkley, inside handoff. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their background. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
A nice stick and stop for a loss there from Jalen Phillips.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
49. Hey, here we go. 13 there. Strike. No ball. Hey, trio left.
Here's Smith. That's completed. Genty out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And 3. Check 59. Cover.
To throw is Smith. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
A gain of 9 yards.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, here's Smith. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
Out of bounds.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with the toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he's going to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, 36 yards. And the Raiders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now 21-7.
Eagles 7. Daniel Carlson to kick off.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's a give to Barkley. And only a couple there as they'll take this up to the 47.
Oftentimes you're praising offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass. But in this game, I don't know what we're seeing from the safeties. They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
19 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 34.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
I think they've been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
His defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Here we go, 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward Barkley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
What once he got out of the pocket, you thought that maybe he'd take off with it, especially here in the 2-minute drill. Sometimes defenses are focused so much downfield that there's room to run, but this time he decided to throw it unsuccessfully.
Barkley. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Here we go. The noise deafening. 4th and goal. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here it is, 4th and goal. Oh, the sneak, it's Hurts. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jalen Hurts scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they'll have this all the way out to the 50-yard line. Excellent field position.
That return gets all the way to midfield, so we know the field position is absolutely flipped at this point. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I might think about blitzing right now to try and take field position back.
Throwing now, Smith. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
It's a gain of 20.
Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Smith. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Up the middle, it's Ginty.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
So what's up? Hey, it's a clip. You know what's up? Middle. Like Jack's left.
Smith. He'll try and do this himself. Oh, no, he lost the football. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation, they keep the football. He's thankful right now for that sideline because it could have been a fumble loss, instead just a fumble, though they will have to punt it down.
You're right about that, but do you think there's ever been a player happier to see his own punter go on the field than him?
No.
I mean, not at all, right? How fortunate is he that they got a chance to punt it away, and it's not just a turnover at the spot.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now Hurts is going to do it himself. And this one is incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
He'll look to throw. And without losing a full 9 yards here on the swing. Now it's third down.
And it's third down.
Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's third and long. He's back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
He had to force it there on fourth down, and it's intercepted. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they've got to find 2 scores, so, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but, boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
This is first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
A loss of 9 yards. It's second down.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And I think you'd have to label this an upset. Yes, they were at home, but still an upset. They got the job done.
Yeah, even being at home was not enough for people to think they were going to pull this one off. But give them credit for playing not just a smart football game, but one where they were going to be physical about the whole thing. They put up their fists and said, let's fight, and showed their crowd that they were into this one.
And then that's the thing. The crowd responded. They were really good in this game.
Yeah, they were not going to be pushed around. They were not going to be intimidated. They refused to back down and came away with a victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. Celebration time tonight on the Strip as we say so long from Las Vegas.